GCV, we in the building. Shout out to the Galactic family. I need every chosen vessel to hit that like button, share button, and don't forget to subscribe, okay? And a special shout out to the Galactic family. Let's get into it. All right. Look, God made this day for you. So rejoice in it and be glad because not everybody got another one. And you did. God made today especially for you. If you woke up today, if you got another 24 hours, if if you maybe having some type of difficulty or maybe having some type of trouble, you need to have gratitude and you need to be grateful in the fact that you woke up today and that you got another 24 hours, because when you're going through difficult times and things seem a little rough, all right, when you are able to find gratitude for the little things, you'll be able to find gratitude throughout the day for more things, and it will direct your focus in a positive route instead of a negative one. Because when you wake up or when you just tend to go on a negative mental track, your mind will start to look for all the negative things that it could find. It'll find a problem with this one, it'll find a problem with that one, it'll find a problem with everything that it could find. So that means when things do go wrong, that means you're going to be dealing with problems a little bit with a little bit more edge than you normally would, than somebody who was centered and calm and poised, that could handle it from a centered, calm and poised point of view. All right, so you want to be grateful, because when you have gratitude, it's gonna have you in a relaxed state. Anything that you're stressed about, you're going to believe it's going to work out. All right, so when you have gratitude, whatever you're stressed about, your believability rate for whatever you're going through to work out, it goes up. So whenever you think that things are going to work out, they are. All right, so that's why it's important to have gratitude, and it's important to rejoice. It's important to be glad. It is important to find gratitude in the little things, like getting another day. Even if you have to do things that you don't like, even if you're not where you want to be yet, even if you didn't get that call back yet, even if you don't start yet, even if your application got denied. All right, whatever issues you're going through. All right, maybe something financially, maybe something with dealing with people, relationships. Maybe it's your goals. Maybe it's something with your dream. All right, maybe you're just not there yet, and that's okay. There's nothing to be upset about. If you can find something to be grateful for, that will change your mind, and it'll help you change your perspective. Because if you can change your mind and change your perspective, and continue on the path of being grateful for your day, and being grateful that you have a place to stay, and being grateful for just the small minor things that you may overlook when everything is going well. All right, if you can find gratitude for the little things when things aren't going as you think they should, it'll help you get your mind back on track. So that way things will be able to get better, because whatever you think is what you get. When things don't look like they're going to turn out right, and if you continue to think that they won't, they're not going to. So that's why it's good to rejoice. It's good to be glad. It's good to be grateful, because not everybody got another day, and you always have it better than somebody else. Other day, I was having a really rough day, and I saw something on my feed, and not to discredit this person or what they're going through, but I'm pretty sure you guys will be able to put together what I'm trying to say. Is I saw the Officer Hernandez video, where the guy, he was 2 years old and he was burnt in the fire, and his dream was to be a policeman, and they dressed him up, they put him, he can't even see, but he still got to experience what it was like to be an officer. They dressed him up, put him in front of the other officers, had him be an officer for a day. He even caught somebody speeding. All right, so it's the little things that mean so much to people, and it's the little things that mean so much to you as well. So if you could find gratitude, and if you could find something to be grateful for, you should, because somebody always would love to be in your shoes. What you think may be going wrong, or what you may think is a bad day, somebody would love to have those problems, because their situation may be worse. So you got to think about it like that. Somebody always has it worse than you. All right. So what you want to do is, just when you feel down, or when things aren't going as you feel they should, you want to, like I said, you want to be grateful for the day. You want to be grateful that you woke up. Like that Officer Hernandez guy, that's a real strong person. All right, he's still alive. A lot of people in his situation, wouldn't have survived that. All right, they wouldn't have wanted to keep going. And that you have to be a strong person. That's a strong person, to be able to keep going, to still be able to find something positive, to still have a dream, to still want to be something. Most people in his situation would have given up. He can't see. He doesn't have his arms. His body is um what happened to his body. He got burnt in a fire, so his appearance has changed since, from him being a normal 2 year old, since when it happened. And from 2 to however old this man is now, he's able to smile. He's able to find joy in his life. So if somebody has it worse than you, and they're still able to be strong and find joy, and show the world how strong they are, then you can too. All right, because that's a really strong guy. All right, and there's a lot of other strong people out there that you can use for an example, that you could use to inspire you, because that's inspiring. That will lift you up, and that will make you look at your situation a whole lot different. Like, yo, what am I upset for? There are other people who are less fortunate than you, who could find, and he doesn't. I bet you he doesn't even see himself that way. That's why I'm trying to pick my words wisely when I explain this, because a lot of people in those situations, you might look at them like, oh, poor them. They don't feel that way. He's not looking at his life like poor me. Despite his situation, he's living his best life, and he's making the most of it. And that's what everybody should do. That's the main message that I'm putting out with this video, is that you have to make the best of what you have, and you can. Look at other people who have less than you, who are doing more than you with what they have. There are people who have less than you that are doing more. That Officer Hernandez guy, he has less than me, and he was able to do more than me. He's able to do more than a lot of people than with what he has. So he was still able to reach his level of success. He was still able to make his dream happen, no matter how big or how small it may seem to somebody else. That was his dream, and he made that happen. So when you get another day, you have to make the most of it, and you got to rejoice, and you got to be glad, and you got to be grateful. All right, and you should rejoice in the sense of, find something to be happy about. Do something that you love to do. um do something that makes you feel good. All right, work on your goal, work on your dream. Do something that you're passionate about, and that'll help you find fulfillment in your day. It'll help you find meaning in your day. It'll help you feel positive about yourself. It'll help you feel productive. All right, especially if you're working on something that can actually turn into something. Then you're actually doing something productive. You're not just doing something for the sake of doing it. You can find something to do with your time that's worthwhile, so that way you can benefit off of it, and other people can too. So that's why, and on top of it, when you rejoice and you be glad, like, it turns your mind in the right direction, and it opens your mind up for other blessings and other good ideas to come into your life. Like, ideas for you to make some money, ideas for you to help other people, ideas for you to be inspired and inspire other people. It's a gateway, and it's a reality for you to live in. And it's a what's the word I'm looking for? It's like a realm, basically, that you could just live in, and it's a place in your mind where everything's all right. because there's a place in your mind where everything's all right. You just have to be mentally mature enough to sort through and get past whatever you're going through to put yourself there and to find it. That's why it's good to rejoice and be glad, especially if you got another day, because not everybody got another one and you did. Some people some people died in an accident, some people got shot, some people got sick, some people were in the hospital and they died. Like a lot of people didn't wake up today. There's things that happened to people and they weren't fortunate enough to make it to another day. They transitioned and they went to the spirit world. So if you're here and you got another day, then you need to be making the most of that, and that needs to motivate you and that needs to inspire you, because you have time. You have something that not everybody has. You have time, you have life. All right, you should be doing something with that, because there are a lot of people that wish they were in your situation or your position, no matter how low or how bad you think it is. There's somebody out there would look at your situation and be like, I would kill to have that. I would do, if I was in your situation, I'd do everything in my power to be something, to do something, so I could have something. All right, a lot of people wish they could be in your position. So whatever it is you're going through, don't worry about it. If you woke up today, that's a blessing right there, and that should let you know that everything is going to be all right. I made it to another day. I got through yesterday. Like when you get through rough days and tough days, you should know that the next day, if it's not going, even if nothing changes, you should know that, man, I got through yesterday. I got through the other day. I got through that real bad day, and that's like, you should see that as a win for you. That's a W for you, and that should you should allow that to motivate you, inspire you, and make you feel good. You should pat yourself on the back like, yo, I got through that. I made it through that. All right, every day is not easy, and the difficult, tough days, you pray through those days, talk to God through those days, watch watch inspirational uh, videos, listen to inspirational music. All right, find you an inspirational message. There are things you can do to change how you feel about the day, about yourself. So whenever you're not feeling your best, you could always turn that around. There's something you can do to switch your mind around, to start thinking more positive, because those negative thoughts will bring you down. And if your day is not looking good and you start thinking negative, and you think stuff's not going to work out, and it just starts to turn dark, and you don't get out of that, that's not a good state to be in. That's a very dangerous state to be in. People harm themselves, uh, do destructive things when they're in those mental states. So you want to get out of that, because it's not a state you have to be in. You could do something that makes you feel good. You could go for a walk. You could exercise. You could meditate. You could pray. You could put on an inspirational movie. You could. It's something that you can do, but you have to you have to fight, and it's not easy. But you have to fight to put yourself in the mind state to do something. Are a lot of people, David Goggins said people are depressed because they're not doing anything. And once I heard that, I was like, yo, that makes a lot of sense. And whenever I felt depressed, and whenever I felt like not doing anything, I just had to force myself and push myself to get up and go do something, because it always changed how I felt, and I always felt better afterwards. All right, so and that's why even something as being happy and being glad for the day, that's a start. That right there, that gets your mind right, so that way you can go do something to where you can have enough motivation to go exercise or go do something you're passionate about or go work on a goal or a dream. But it starts with your mind. If you're not feeling right, start your day with prayer. That will always make sure that your day works out right. All right, that will always make sure that your day turns out right. Pray before you go to sleep, and pray when you wake up in the morning. And you won't even have to rejoice for the day, because that'll just be your mindset after you pray. But when you start your day, like you'll feel different than you would if you didn't. Trust and believe that. All right, like the energy around you will be different. You'll feel different. Your whole day will be different, and whatever issues, problems you were dealing with, it'll honestly feel like it's not as not as troublesome as it was before. Because and as uh as Reverend Ike said, he said prayer changes things because prayer changes me. And that's a true statement. Like, prayer will change you and prayer will change circumstances. So that's why it's good to rejoice and be glad, especially when you get another day, because you really have a chance to do something impactful. You really have a chance to do something great with your time, with your day. So why aren't you doing it? You should be doing it because you can. All right, and especially if you have the free time and you have the ability, because there are a lot of people who there are a lot. Of, think about all the people who wish they could do just as at half of the things that you're able to do. And even that right there will get you going. You'll be like, wow, there are a lot of people who wish they could do just half the stuff that I could do. You know, you have a lot to be grateful for. So once you're grateful for things, that'll set your mind in the right direction, and that will change your perspective about your day, and you won't feel like crap anymore. Just keeping it real. All right, sometimes you feel like crap. You're not positive and happy all the time, but when you feel like crap, don't let it get worse. All right, that's what these videos are about. I'm not saying every day is gonna feel every day is like you're walking through a field of flowers and it's a sunny day. Like, nah, it's not like that all the time. But when you feel like crap, you don't want it to get worse, so you can turn it around and you can work towards feeling better. That's what it's all about. So I'd like to thank everybody for watching this video. I hope you've been inspired. I hope you've been motivated. Everybody hit that like button, hit that share button. Don't forget to subscribe. Shout out to the Galactic family and shout out to the GCVs. I'll see everybody in the next video. Stay motivated. Druuill out.